What causes PTSD is indirect or direct exposure to several events. One of them is war, of course, an assault, an accident, a natural disaster, or what we are experiencing now, which is a toxic biological event. And that includes Ebola, SARS, and our COVID-19 pandemic. What happens with PTSD is a person really has a huge physiological reaction to the event. I mean, it's not just psychological, but it's physiological as well, with a person's body being flooded with hormones, a stress hormone like cortisol, adrenaline. And so a person has a physical reaction in addition to a psychological reaction.
What does it feel like for those who are near someone who's experienced a traumatic event and is having these reactions to it?
Family members just feel like they lost their loved one, and it's very hard for them. They are emotionally out of touch. They don't share as much. They don't show as much. They don't laugh as much as they used to. They don't enjoy things like they used to.
I knew I was in trouble. And to be honest, I really thought I'd be divorced and a split family, and I'd be trying to figure this out because that's what happens.
He was diagnosed with PTSD in the process of him being medically chaptered out of the military. We struggled trying to get him help dealing with the issues of living with the things that he had to do while he was in. Transitioning into civilian life after being in the military, the first 10 years were hell. It was not easy.
When Kathy says it was hell, my demons were, I don't know who I am anymore. The Army is my life. The Army is what I do. The people that I'm with are my brothers and my sisters, and this is what we do, and all of a sudden, I can't be a part of that.
I swear the first 3 or 4 years, every other month I was telling him to get the hell out of the house. Lots of yelling, lots of screaming, lots of profanity, the kids hiding in their rooms, trying to figure out, well, what do we do, where do we go? Because there were multiple times when he would either leave for a few hours, go for a drive, or I would take the kids and leave and go for a drive because it was just too much.
When it was happening, I knew things were happening that shouldn't happen. I knew I was acting a way I shouldn't act. The hard part was I'd go, why? That's not what you would normally do. Why are you acting this way, you know? I knew that my marriage was in trouble, and I knew that I was having a bad impact on my kids. I just didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know how to fix it, because you say, I'm sorry, I'll try harder. And then you try harder, and 30 seconds later, you're back in it again. The conversation about a service dog started when I made that connection that it's being alone. A big chunk of it is you don't trust yourself. You don't know what you're gonna do or how your body's going to react. And that's one of the big things with PTSD is your mind tells you one thing, your body tells you something else. In your own head, you can't get that together, and it swallows you. Part of the strain on Kathy's and my relationship was that she always had to be the one to pull me out of things. She always had to be the one to calm me down, to talk me through stuff. When I became really serious about it is when she looked at me and she said, you need to go look into this because I can't always be the one to bring you down. She's like, it's exhausting for me. And then I started doing my homework and I started looking into how can I do this?